Alright, so the next operation we're going to do is all we need to do is face this side off now, and we are going to make it exactly 2 1/8 inches long. And we're going to use the little SouthBend for that. So this is already set up for collets. Uses the exact same collets as the bigger lathe. And I've got a little jig here that is made to hold muzzle brakes. This is what I use to put them in the guns. So we're going to use this little jig to hold the muzzle brake in the collet chuck.
Alright, and these all fit in both of these, right? All these ones over here?
The same collets go in both lathes, yes.
Alright.
Go ahead and thread this partially done muzzle brake onto my little holder here. So I'm going to use this tool. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to face off, I'm going to measure, face off, measure, and I'm going to make it exactly 2 1/8 inches. I'm going to grab my caliper. Alright, I got my caliper, so I'm going to go ahead and measure the overall length of this. And like I said, I want to make it exactly 2 1/8 inches. So right now it measures roughly, well, it's actually pretty close. It's probably only about 5,000 shy. So that's good. So I'm barely going to face this off just a little bit. That's all I'm going to do. I want to make sure I clean up the whole side. Now I'm getting a continuous chip, so I know now it's perfectly flat. Yeah, see, there's nothing left over there. So I know that's the minimum that I can take off. So let's measure that and see how close it is. Okay, so that's 122 thousandths. So 2 1/8 inch is plus or minus a little bit. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you can see that it's within 2 thousandths. That's plenty good. So now we know that this side is square. We know exactly how deep it is. So now when I put it in our CNC mill, the holes are going to be exactly in the same spot on all of them. And that's the whole purpose of making them all the exact same length. So we're done with the little SouthBend. So the next step is to put this in the mill, in the CNC mill, and we're going to start drilling some holes. Alright, so what we're going to do next is, I don't know if you can see, but I'm wearing different clothes because we had some issues yesterday. So I lost my G-code for threading muzzle brakes. So yesterday we had to quit when we got to this stage because I couldn't find it. It got misplaced and I think it may have gotten deleted inadvertently. So anyway, I rewrote the G-code last night, so we're going to go ahead and continue on with our process of making a few muzzle brakes. So I've got, this is a little Taig CNC mill made in Phoenix actually. I've got the muzzle brake mounted, I've got my drill bit set, I've got all my X, Y, and Z zeros all figured out. This is actually the first one that we've drilled with my new program, so I'm hoping it works. So like I said, we're gonna go ahead and hit start and we're gonna see what it looks like. There you go, for real. right, so it worked. I didn't see any issues. I did slow the feed rate down. I went to 80% on the feed rate. It looked like it may have been drilling a little bit too fast. I'm not using coolant just to kind of not make a mess. Typically I would use cutting fluid, so I'm just using air right now. So other than that, it worked fine. So I'll go ahead and take this out. Let's look at it real quick. Looks good. Internal threads, 1/2 by 32. This is a 1045. Looks like all the holes look good. Everything's uniform. It's ready to install on the gun. So this is a universal brake. So when I get a gun come in the shop, I will turn the OD of this to make it match the barrel. And then I'll go ahead and crown it at the time. And then I'll go ahead and bore it for whatever caliber the gun is. So this is what I call a universal muzzle brake, and it'll go on just about any standard size gun.
Wow, impressive, impressive. And how much are those going for? And
I charge $150 to put a muzzle brake on. That's what I charge.
150 bucks, not
If
bad.
somebody wants to use a special muzzle brake, I charge $100, and they can send me whatever muzzle brake they want, but they have to pay separately for that. But if they want to use one of my muzzle brake, it's 150 bucks.
Nice. All right. I just wanted to thank Danny for letting us come in the shop and show us some of his work down here. Thank you, Danny, for that.
Yeah, no problem. So I'm gonna make about 10 of these. I was gonna make more. I don't quite have time. So I've got stainless versions of the exact same thing. I've got plenty of stainless. These 10, it should probably last me, I don't know, 3 or 4 months. These steel ones. So yeah.
Well, now that you guys have seen the process of how to make a single muzzle brake, let us know in the comment section which your favorite step of the process was. And also, if you guys have any questions for Danny, we can get back to you on those, and then go ahead and leave those in the comment section as well. And as always, if you guys enjoyed this kind of video, like, comment, and subscribe.